What up? It's your boy T-Bone Reaction. It is Wrestling Wednesday. About to do another video from Wrestling Flashback, which almost didn't happen literally just a minute ago. Because when I go to the next one and go to the video I had after this. This is 10-time WWE. This is a video where, as of lately, you can never trust the copyright, the ending credits and copyright anymore in the corner. Because 9 times 10 is a fake out and something's going to happen. This is 10 times WWE fake the ending, then shock fans as well too. Almost didn't happen because for a minute it got taken down. So it looks like when I checked out on the page I had up, it got blocked by WWE. So I guess Wrestling Flatback had to do some cutting down. So it went from 13 minutes and 29 seconds to 13 minutes 50 seconds. So I guess on eventually we'll find out which one got cut. So without further ado, let's check out the 10 times the fake ending happened. You know, most recent one was Braun Breaker spearing the hell out of Seth Rollins and the division turn on stuff going forward. But anyway, one of the most notable one I know of was definitely Ciampa turning on. What happened a lot in NXT. One of the notable ones that was Ciampa turning on Gargano, and also the big one was in the main roster was CM Punk return to WWE. But let's go. Let's keep going.
1, 2, is this on?
When watching wrestling shows, you can never truly be sure when the show is going to end. That's because in the past, companies have done plenty of fake out endings, where the copyright logo pops up to signal the end, only for something crazy to happen.
Oh yeah.
Everybody, watch it at home.
Oh yeah, Bray's return.
I don't think I've ever experienced a sensation quite like that. It was almost like I felt like I was just hovering out there, like I wasn't walking. That energy there, I've never felt anything like it.
Think of it like the post-credit scene at the end of a movie. Examples include epic returns and heartbreaking betrayals.
The new NXT.
Oh yeah! Let's be the era.
At this point, it very much seems like the event is over.
Yup.
It's Adam Cole. It's Adam Cole. What the hell?
We'll show you plenty of.
It was well known. It was well known in NXT for a good while.
10
with
times
takeovers.
Fans mistakenly thought the show was over.
Take everybody up, they wrangle them up, and they put them in the press room. Somebody in the back of the room goes, dude, CM Punk's here. So I was there, I was in the building, I didn't experience the pop. How crazy is that, right?
One of the earliest examples of the copyright logo fake out occurred on the April 15, 2004 edition of SmackDown. The broadcast seemingly came to a close when Booker T defeated Rob Van Dam.
Booker T has changed. And he's not changed for the good. That's for damn.
Yeah. For those who's wondering, this is around time when Booker and RVD got traded to Raw. There's no guy from even Raw on SmackDown, and he was bitch about it and turning heel out of nowhere with that.
Sure.
Things continued, however, with General Manager Kurt Angle looking for Big Show, who had been stalking Tori Wilson.
Oh!
Is
this the one where he tossed off the building?
To Eddie Guerrero, which meant the world's largest athlete had to quit WWE.
You were laughing at me.
Oh yeah, this is what. Oh shit! Oh yeah, I remember this moment. Oh yes.
Furious Big Show was now threatening to throw Wilson off a high platform to the hard floor below. Kurt stepped in to help, but this only sealed his fate, as Show chokeslammed Angle to his apparent demise.
Yup! Woo!
Oh my god, look what you did!
Yeah.
This was an insanely shocking ending, since Kurt shouldn't have survived this fall. Nevertheless, it certainly got fans to tune in next week, where Angle was pronounced alive but badly hurt. The spot was a way to keep Kurt out of the ring for a while, since he had a legit neck injury. The Olympic gold medalist spoke about how the balcony chokeslam was done on his Kurt Angle Show podcast.
Eric Angle comes up, steps in for me.
Another Eric Angle moment.
Notice they cut the camera and cut back, and the head's a little smaller.
He took
I
the
realized
craziest effing bump ever. The crash pad was only 6 inches high. He went 20 feet down. I wouldn't have taken that bump even if Vince asked me to if I was healthy.
In modern times, the copyright logo tees first became popular in NXT, specifically at the TakeOver Chicago event in 2017. After losing a hardcore ladder match, the team of DIY thanked the fans as they stood atop
heartbreaking tag team breakup of all time in the modern era.
The stage. Some fans may have switched the show off, not realizing what was about to happen next.
This is where these guys started.
And saying for about it, I had a strange feeling that he was going to do that. I don't know why. It was too close on him. Like, he about to beat his ass.
Tommaso Ciampa shockingly turned on Johnny Gargano in one of the greatest NXT moments of all time, which subsequently set up the brand's most personal and epic feud.
What? Oh my God! What the?
Following the turn, Ciampa had to take time off due to injury. However, he returned in a similar fashion to the original betrayal, following the main event at TakeOver Philadelphia in 2018.
Remains just that for Johnny Gargano.
Tommaso attacked Gargano from behind with a crutch. By this point, fans online knew not to trust the TakeOver N logo in the corner.
What the hell? Oh my God!
The Gargano and Ciampa saga wasn't actually the first time we saw the fake ending done in NXT. That distinction goes to the TakeOver Revolution card in 2014, which featured the debut of Kevin Owens.
Oh yeah, when he turned on Sammy,
who had just retained the NXT belt.
An honor to share this with you guys. What a night!
Fans may have thought Kevin would initially be pushed as a babyface, but this wasn't to be since Owens brutally turned on Sammy to reignite their history from the independent
It was like, if you watch, I didn't follow Ring of Honor like this, so it was like for Ring of Honor fans, it was like typical KO. For me, it was like us. It was like he just got here and he turned it already. What the fuck? And then some people say, and then like I said, the guys who watched him, we're gonna say he was never a face.
The false endings in NXT soon found their way into other storylines, most notably during the Undisputed Era's debut at TakeOver.
Oh yeah!
In the final match, Drew McIntyre had won the NXT Championship, but his celebrations were cut short by Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly.
Drew McIntyre emerges as the new NXT champion.
At this point, it very much seems like the event is over. Drew McIntyre is your new NXT champion, and we're gonna call it a night. But a lot of people are sticking around though. People know that something might be happening.
From there, Adam Cole made his NXT debut as he, Fish, and O'Reilly laid out McIntyre to form.
And for those who don't know it for a time, separately, O'Reilly and Fish was making separate debuts as enhanced as old moments, but getting beat at the time, because that was a thing for NXT for like even Damian Priest on his debut as Punishment Martinez got before he became Damian Priest, and then that night they attacked the then tag team champions. I forgot who it was at the time that wanted whoever was the tag champion at the end of that match. They came out and attacked them, and then that later in the same night later on, that's when this happened. Yeah, I remember that.
Formed the Undisputed Era.
Oh my God!
And that was a big shock that I Am Cole joined. So like, yeah.
I remember coming down in jeans and dress shoes. When I go to get into the ring, I do almost fall, and the camera didn't catch it, and I'm so glad I didn't fall. Can you imagine the debut, the just fall on my face, how wild that would have been?
Over the next 4 years, the Undisputed Era found plenty of success until they finally broke up on TakeOver Vengeance Day in 2021. First, the group came out and posed with Finn Balor following his victory. Adam Cole then hit Balor with a super kick, much to the shock of Kyle O'Reilly, who then received a super kick of his own, as Cole took out Kyle to signal the end of the Undisputed Era.
Standing.
Triple H was the creative mind behind a lot of what we saw in NXT, so it made sense to carry over some of his ideas to the main roster. After he took over as head of creative in 2022, at that year's Extreme Rules event, WWE built masterfully to the return of Bray Wyatt. The teasers and clues shown on television in the weeks prior were unprecedented in terms of how WWE usually told its stories. This created a huge level of intrigue for the pay-per-view, where all the signs and hints pointed to Wyatt's return. In the night's main event, Matt Riddle won his match against Seth Rollins. Then when it appeared as though it was all over, the lights went black as the crowd erupted in anticipation of seeing Bray.
Everybody watching at home.
Yep. He's like, here we go. Yep.
Are we still on the air?
It was one of the great wrestling returns and comeback stories.
Man.
Wyatt had been abruptly and unceremoniously fired the year before, but now he was back to where he belonged, much to the audience's delight.
Holy shit, indeed. Yep.
Just when you came back at Extreme Rules, like it was, I saw people crying. Like I saw people genuinely just moved at the fact that you were back.
Bray's previous work as The Fiend had seen the copyright logo trick used a few times. At Clash of Champions 2019, Universal Champion Seth Rollins was celebrating his title defense on the ramp, with the show about to go off the air.
It can now be called the Beast Slayer and the Monster Slayer.
Just before the announcers could sign off, the lights turned off, and The Fiend appeared to set up his match with Seth at the next month's Hell in a Cell pay-per-view.
At Clash.
That's your very hero, so.
Less than a year later, The Fiend was at it again, this time during the conclusion to Extreme Rules 2020. First, the cinematic swamp fight came to a close when Braun Strowman threw Wyatt into the water.
It's over.
While submerged, Bray transformed into The Fiend and rose up from the water. Two weeks later, The Fiend returned to identify his new accomplice. Triple H would use the fake-out ending sparingly in WWE, but one of the best was on the Raw after WrestleMania 41, upon turning on CM Punk and Roman Reigns 2 days prior. On Raw, Paul Heyman stood next to his new client Seth Rollins, who had laid out Punk.
And then Roman came out.
Despite the credits rolling, the show continued for a further 5 minutes. Roman came out to get revenge on Seth and Heyman, but was stopped by the duo's new associate, Braun Breaker.
Oh my God! Who the Braun Breaker?
Breaker steamrolled Punk and Reigns to top off an incredible end to WrestleMania week.
23 miles an hour! I
swear, dude, be flying like Raiden with his spear, man, for real.
Given how the Vision stable debuted, it was only fitting that when they split up on the October 13th, 2025 Raw, it was preceded by another fake ending.
These 4 men own this industry.
Wait a minute!
Yo!
Oh my God! Breaker just speared Rollins!
The copyright logo trick also found its way into the UK version of NXT. The main event to the takeover.
This one Gunther made his debut.
With UK
well, Walter
Dunn standing tall after retaining his title. Before the show could fade to black, though, Walter made his debut.
It's him!
Yup.
He's here!
The ring general had previously said he wouldn't work for WWE because he didn't want to relocate to the United States. But as it would turn out, NXT UK proved to be the Austrians' direct pathway to the US NXT and then the main roster. By November 1st, 2024, Walter, now known as Gunther, was in the midst of a lengthy World Heavyweight title reign. On the day in question, he teamed with partner Ludwig Kaiser to wrestle rivals Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. After winning the match, Rhodes and Orton celebrated. Then right before fans could tune out, Randy's nemesis Kevin Owens attacked him with a chair.
Much different scenario. Wait a minute! Oh my God! Turn around, Randy! Kevin Owens!
Meanwhile, Cody's upcoming opponent at Crown Jewel, Gunther, choked out the American Nightmare to bring the show to its actual end.
And now Gunther from behind! Gunther with a sleeper!
We've spoken a lot about the glory days of NXT so far, an era which eventually came to an end in 2021. This was the year where the brand significantly dropped in quality, though there were still some bright spots from time to time, such as when Carmelo Hayes turned on Trick Williams at Vengeance Day 2024. Here we saw head booker Shawn Michaels borrow a trope from his BFF Triple H, as the Heartbreak Kid utilized Hunter's go-to fake-out ending. After the main event, Carmelo was there for his friend Trick, following his failure to capture the NXT Championship.
It's you and me, dog. It's your little game, okay? We always gonna be here, okay?
Then, with Williams barely able to stand, Hayes took his leg out completely to cement the heel turn. Our penultimate example is a bonus entry which saw AEW do their own false ending at Forbidden Door 2025. On the night, a mad main event was followed up by a heartbreaking post-match. It looked as though the UK fans were going to get their happy ending. Hometown hero Will Ospreay basked in the adulation.
Oh yeah, the damn dirt riders. Oh yeah,
Death Riders in a 5-on-5 lights-out steel cage match.
Well, fans, we thank you for joining us tonight for Forbidden Door.
Sadly, Ospreay wasn't able to leave unscathed since he was destroyed by Claudio Castagnoli and John Moxley. This was done as a way to write Will off TV because he legitimately required neck surgery. Fans stuck around once the show ended to see Ospreay wheeled out on a stretcher.
God almighty! That may have done it right there.
WWE's most famous copyright logo fake-out went down at the 2023 Survivor Series. During the build-up on television, there were numerous signs pointing to the return of CM Punk. These range from subtle to obvious. Either way, the buzz and hype was palpable.
The greatest thing the devil ever did was make you people believe he didn't exist. The greatest trick the devil ever pulled was making the world forget that he existed.
Then my 100% makes me the best in the world.
The fact Randy Orton came back during the Survivor Series main event had some fans thinking Punk's return would be held off till the Royal Rumble 2 months later. In reality, WWE were putting the finishing touches on Punk's contract while Survivor Series was still in progress.
Thanksgiving, I'm on a Zoom with your husband.
And I'm telling him, like, hey, Dad, don't worry about it. Like, go cut the turkey. Go spend time with your family. And he's like, no, we got to do this.
They'd rushed to get the deal done throughout the Thanksgiving weekend.
Wow.
And given they were in Punk's hometown of Chicago for the show, this was the perfect time for Punk to re-emerge after nearly 10 years away from WWE. With the War Games main event over, the copyright logo flashed up, while the commentators promoted the upcoming press conference.
It has been quite the night.
Viewers may have thought that was that, but deep down some fans knew it wasn't over, and that there
Boy,
was still more
boy
to
Ross. It's over Ross. Yep.
Thought for the poor fans who turned off the pay-per-view thinking it was over, only to hear about Punk's grand return after the fact.
I can't hear the song because people were so loud. It was
I wonder what got cut.
Podcaster Chris Van Vliet was in attendance, but missed Punk's comeback because Chris had already left his seat to get a spot at the post-show press conference. Van Vliet told the story in an interview with Rewind, Recap, Relive.
And the way that the WWE press conferences work is as soon as the final match ends, they take everybody up, they wrangle them up, and they put them in the press room. Somebody in the back of the room goes, I can't believe he's here. I can't believe he's here.
Wow.
Dude, CM Punk's here. And I'm like, what? So we all crowd around this tiny little monitor that's on the floor of the press room. So I was there. I was in the building. I didn't experience the pop. How crazy is that?
That
If
is
you enjoyed this
crazy.
video, be sure to check out our similar video on 10 shocking.
Yeah, I just reacted to that one too. So I wonder what got cut down. To, what caused it to get cut? Probably a moment. So like everything was there. Like maybe part of the. Maybe it was part of the one of these returns was cut down. Who knows? Or who knows? But other than that, this was cool. I made it part of the AEW one because you know AEW really strict with their stuff. But it's a WWE had an issue with is the block of WWE, so who knows? Other than that, some cool moments though for sure. But yeah, if you like my reaction, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.